Hey guys, Brandon here with RAVEK. Today we're going to be installing this Gen 3 Speakeasy kit on this Polaris Ranger behind me. This is a wireless kit that should install in less than an hour. Let's get to it. First, we're going to open up the box and I'll show you what comes with your kit. A full set of step-by-step instructions, your turn signal lever, it is full functioning turn signal, your hazard, as well as your horn. You have your controller with your input and your outputs. You have your front wires for your left, right, as well as your dash indicators. You have your horn, your multi-pin, which will go below the dump bed, as well as your rear receiver. This here plug-in is going to go right in the front into your bus bar, and we're going to start there. This kit also comes with your apex lights on the bumper brackets that'll fill your holes that the OEM left behind. All right, we're going to jump right in, start doing the removal process of all the panels that are needed to be removed here. On this particular unit, we're going to remove the hood. That's going to gain access to where we're going to mount our controller, the pulse bar, and we'll be able to route the wires down to the apex lights in the front bumper. In the inside of the machine, we're going to have to take and remove our ride command unit if equipped, as well as your dash area here. The reason that we're doing that is we're going to run our dash indicators through the grommet over to your dash gauge cluster, and that's where we'll pin them in for your turn signal indicators. The fun part about this install is that is all the teardown that is required to complete this.
Hey, Sean with RAVEK. Going to show you how to make your connections on your Speakeasy kit real quick here. I know we call a lot of that stuff out, but just wanted to show you firsthand. On your power connector, we're going to plug that in like that. I happen to have a ring terminal one. It might look a little bit different if you have a Polaris pulse bar connector that you need to put in there, but it connects the exact same way on the brain box. The switches or the lever are the same. So like this one says turn signal and this one says turn switch. We just plug those in together. Same with the horn hazard and the horn switch, plug those in together. So that takes care of everything on the input. On the output side, we have your rear extension, your left turn, your right turn, and your horn. So for your rear extension, we won't be using that. For your right turn, what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy and install it for your DIs and get that inside there. And then we're going to grab the right harness as well, which would be the front right. And then we're going to connect the short side to that and then run this out to your front light. Same thing with the left. Just make that connection real quick for you there. And then run, remember that short side out. And then with the horn, that's a very simple connection as well. So it says horn here and horn on that. We're just going to plug those together. Just keep in mind that these aren't polarity sensitive, so if you do have to flip them and unhook this at some point, it doesn't matter which way they plug into those.
All right, so we're going to jump right in for installing the rest of this kit. I have the controller in my hand. We will send you the cleaning cloth and that needed. We're going to mount the controller right here, give you a nice clean spot. You have your horn switches, your hazard switches, and your turn signal. That will route actually from the inside of the vehicle out through the grommet. And we're going to route our power wire now over to the pulse bar. So this is our fuse power. And we're going to go into here. Simply install it into your pulse bar. Now, should you run into a scenario where you don't have enough pulse bar ports, we do sell a party bus bar that allows you to have 3 more additional ports made out of 1. So look us up for that. Here is your power wire. Get plugged in. We did disconnect the power of the battery as well. We just didn't show it in the video, but we did do that. So again, this is where this is going to get it mounted. Your front left and your front right will get routed down to your bumper accordingly. And your yellow dash indicator wires, we will take those and route them in through the grommet, which is going to be right here. We're going to mount our horn right here in the front. That way you get a nice audible sound coming out of it. Again, this is small on size, not on sound. We're going to take these and plug these connectors in. Give you a nice click. That is a waterproof seal. On this particular kit, since this is a wireless unit, this rear extension wire will not be used. So just keep that in mind that it will not be used. We're now going to go to the back of the machine and we're going to plug in the multi-pin and the receiving unit. Next step, we're going to take our push pin pullers and start removing the center console area. as well as the dash. We're removing this so you can gain access to the back of the pins for your dash indicators. All right, we can remove this panel now. There are 2 clips right here that the panel has to come up and then slide out in order to be easily removed. This dash here comes out nice and easy. In the back, you grab your pins. Again, this is for your dash indicator light. So the next thing we're going to do is pin our dash indicators. Again, when you're looking at this, some people look and go, I ain't doing that. It's really not that hard. We split it open here, and in the inside they're numbered. And we're looking for terminal 6 for the right-hand side and terminal 7 for the left. I'm just going to pull these pins out, these little blue pins. You can use a small screwdriver or a pick. And to make it easier, all you have to do is take this little detent pin here, push it in on both sides, and it allows you to remove the alignment clip. Again, left-hand side goes into pin 7. As we're sliding these in here, you can see the pin sliding through into the slot, and it'll click into place. You get pin number 6 for the right-hand side. Again, making sure everything's in place, which it is. We can slide this cover back in. That's it. Not too hard. Again, people look at it thinking that it's going to be really tough to do. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. It is now time to install our apex light with the bumper mount. What I hold in my hand is the nut that will go through the pins or the prongs on the back side of the bumper, and will basically, with the nut pointing away from the machine, be able to install it into place. You'll need to utilize your 10mm socket, aligning this up into the center of the bumper, and install your screws. All right, so I found my 10mm socket. It's time to go to work. And again, depending on the fitment you have, we will pre-assemble as many items as possible when it comes to mounting your apex lights. Again, this one does come with a bumper mount for your 25 and newer Polaris Rangers. We're going to make our connection down here. And then, of course, whatever remaining wire you have, we'll pull up and tidy up into the engine compartment. The first steps we're going to do, take our 4mm Allen as well as our 10mm socket, and we need to remove this bolt that is holding the steering column in place to the shock. This is where we're going to mount our turn signal lever. Turn signal lever down here. What I'm going to do is I'll just let that rest on my knee here. I'm going to go right over the top of this. It is a tight fit. It is designed that way. Get that slid over the top there. And we need to slide the shock back up into place. Slide the bolt in. To the back side. All right, now that we've got that loosely installed, simply got to take our 4mm Allen again, go on the bottom side, and tighten it into place. Easy, no drill installation for this Polaris Ranger. So you can see where we routed the wire already through the machine. You have 2 white plugs labeled turn and hazard. Those need to be routed to the right-hand side underneath your Polaris ride command unit if it is equipped. If not, it's underneath the center area of your dash. There is a rubber grommet. Simply push those wires through that rubber grommet and we'll go up front and make the connections.
Hey, Sean again. So I was going to show you real quick on how to actually hook up the Speakeasy kit onto your machine. So this is the rear harness for an HD11. So we're going to install this like normal, unplug the factory connectors, plug these into the factory connectors, and then run this guy up to the tail light like we normally do. But instead of that rear main extension coming and plugging into this 4-pin, we're going to take this wireless module and we're actually going to plug it into the 4-pin here, and then we're going to get power from the license plate, which is here. Now, if you plan to run a license plate light, or if you purchased one, there will be a separate harness here that'll run power out to your license plate for you.
All right, now is where we're going to do our multi-pin. This is going to plug into the OEM main harness here. It's underneath the dump bed. Take this here. Now, depending on your model of machine, you could have an 8-pin or you could have a 4-pin. But we've already taken that thought process out in our fitment. As you buy the right fitment, you've got the right one. So those are both plugged in. We take our wireless receiver here. Notice on the bottom there's actually a spot where you can run a zip tie to where you can take and zip tie it back here to keep it nice and tidy. And we're going to plug it into the 4-pin multi-pin, as well as the one that says license plate power or license power. That's going to allow you to power up this receiver. And that is it. We have essentially completed the installation of the rear end of the vehicle, again being wireless. So this kit also comes with a license plate mount. You could do self-tapping screws anywhere along the bottom side of it. You could face mount it up top. Many people are going to choose to mount it down here in the very bottom. We've already taken a lot of the thought process out, and we have made it to where to bolt right into place, utilizing the OEM screws. If you are looking for a lighted license plate option, RAVEK does offer one and can be available separately. I'm assuming some states will require it. Wisconsin is not one that does, so. There we go. And this plate will mount right below here utilizing your OEM screws. There you go. All that's left to do is we're going to tighten this up. We're not going to put our license plate light on, but if you do choose to, your license plate light will go right over to the multi-pin that we previously installed. We're down to the final minutes, folks. Let's test this bad boy out. Got our front apex lights built into the bumper, left turn signal, right turn signal, hazards, party mode. This is great for you guys that are working at job sites, construction, plowing, so on and so forth. And of course, we've got our almighty horn, small on size, not on sound. Right turn, hazard. You can enter party mode by holding the hazard button down for 5 seconds. This is great for you guys that are plowing, out on the road, maybe job site, road construction, just additional safety through visibility. Finally, we have our brake light. If you have any questions regarding the installation of the Speakeasy Turn Signal Kit, make sure you reach out to our technical support line. We're here to help. Thank you.